Hey everyone, we're Helen and John for Parkwell Farms, and this video kind of goes right into it. The time lapse is the first clip, and it shows us trying to process a total of 9 roosters in one day, which took about 6 hours total, and it was really grueling. This was the second time we were trying to harvest chickens, and so right before this time lapse, of course, we dipped the birds in really hot water to make it easier to pluck the feathers. And again, plucking the feathers is a really delicate process because if you pull too hard or in the wrong direction, the skin will tear. But then in some areas like the wings, the feathers are really, really big. The quills are really thick. And so pulling it out of its socket is, I had to put all my strength into pulling out those feathers. I let John actually kill most of the birds except one, right? Mm-hmm. So how was your experience actually killing the chickens?
Well, first, before that, what I like to do with the birds is start with the wings because it's the hardest part, and it's just come out of the boil.
That's true.
For me, taking the bird's life is difficult, but once you've made the decision to do it, you've got to kind of follow through and just kind of continue.
Yeah, you have to commit.
Yeah, because there's no, you don't want them to suffer, so you want to just get right into it and get it done with. And while these birds were going to the other side, we had them playing some outro music for them. So they each got a little serenade on their way.
You're playing music through your phone, you mean?
Yeah.
To keep the mood light.
Yeah. Keep everybody going. Like Helen said, this was 6 hours. It was actually a little more than that. It was 6 hours processing the birds, and then after that we stored them for a few hours in a ice bath, and then we packaged them up. So all in all, it was pretty much a full day from about 9-10 o'clock to about 9-10 o'clock.
And I was just gonna jump in because a couple seconds ago in this time lapse clip, you saw me killing one bird out of the 9, and for me, even doing the one for the first time was so incredibly difficult as a suburban kid who's never been exposed to farm life like this. So again, a lot of videos we saw, like John saw, some of these people are just able to cut the neck really quickly and easily, or just literally manually pull the head off the body with their bare hands like it was string cheese. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how they did it. I really don't.
It's definitely practice.
It was really hard. We were very sore the next day. Mm-hmm. So now we're trying to cut up these birds, and the rigor mortis on these roosters was so severe. And so the way the legs are, they're stiff as wood, which made it harder for me to maneuver the body to be able to cut it correctly. And there's a couple organs you don't want to pierce, so that makes it more fun cutting up the bird. And then actually cutting through the muscle and tissue and bone, again, it takes a lot of strength. It's really hard, and it was really hard for me. I don't know about for you.
Not so bad. Once you've done it a couple times, you kind of get the feeling for where you have to cut in between bones and stuff like that. I wish I could go more into depth about like where on the bones and this, that, and the other, but it's really, for me, it's just feeling and then going for it.
Yeah, which I think made you cut the birds better than me. Because for me, I don't like relying on my instinct or feel because I just overthink it. And I kept looking at those stupid note cards, and trying to okay, do I feel this? Is this the right degree, angle, or, length? And it made it really stressful for me because I think I was just really anxious.
Yeah, I don't think it lends itself to being easy for doing something so precise. You just kind of got to get in there and get it. And then one other thing we found with these birds is the cavity that we could make to reach our hands up inside to pull out the rest of the guts was very small. So Helen had to do most of that with her tiny hands.
Yeah, that's what they don't show you either. Like, so you have to cut a hole, like John said, between the legs and the bottom of the bird, below the butthole. And the crevice you create, yeah, is so tiny. I don't know how anyone with hands larger than a petite woman can go in there. And then once you go in there, you have to pull with your hand the whole mass of organs down and down and down from the chest all the way up out. And there's like tissue that's attaching the organs to the body itself. So you really had to like pull. And I think that was the hardest part physically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, going into it, there's a lot of stuff that you would think, oh, this is just easy, but doing it, it's very difficult to actually accomplish.